All right, so we're taking a deep dive into UCL today.
UCL.
University College London.
Okay.
It might just sound like another university on the surface, but
Right.
the sources you sent are anything but ordinary.
Yeah.
Let me tell you, this isn't just about browsing job openings.
Okay.
It's about uncovering what makes UCL tick,
Right.
understanding its global reach, and maybe even picking up some fun facts
Yeah, okay.
to impress your friends.
I like it.
You ready to be surprised?
I'm ready.
I think you are.
Always ready for surprises.
What I find really interesting
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
how UCL consistently secures a top spot
Yeah.
among the best universities worldwide.
Hmm.
We're talking centuries of attracting some of the brightest minds, a real legacy of academic excellence
Right.
and innovation. So what is their secret sauce?
What is it?
What makes them so special?
Well, what's fascinating to me is how UCL consistently ranks among the top universities globally. We are talking about a legacy of academic excellence and innovation, attracting top minds for centuries. Yeah.
So what makes it so special?
Well, right off the bat,
Okay.
you see, UCL was a pioneer.
Okay.
Founded way back in 1826, it was the first in England
Wow.
to open its doors to students regardless of religion or gender. Talk about progressives.
Yeah.
And that spirit is alive and well today. Get this. Their postgraduate enrollment is huge,
Really?
meaning tons of people pursuing advanced degrees beyond their bachelor's,
Right.
which creates this incredibly vibrant academic community. Plus, they've got folks from over 150 countries.
Wow. That's incredible.
It is pretty incredible.
Yeah.
That global reach is key.
It is.
UCL's impact isn't limited to London. It's like a ripple effect reaching outwards. Through their alumni network, the groundbreaking research they do, and
Wow.
collaborations that span the globe,
Yeah.
imagine it as a hub for creating knowledge
Yeah.
that then influences the entire world.
That global reach is key.
Yeah.
UCL's impact isn't just local. It's like a ripple effect, reaching outwards through their alumni network, the research and collaborations. It is.
Think of it as a hub for knowledge creation that influences the world.
And speaking of global impact,
Okay.
you won't believe some of the names who walked those very halls. We're talking Mahatma Gandhi,
Oh, wow.
Alexander Graham Bell, even Christopher Nolan, the director of Inception.
Oh, wow.
Can you imagine bumping into Gandhi in the cafeteria line?
I know.
Talk about an awkward pass the salt moment.
That's a good one.
Right.
It's a pretty impressive alumni list, and it really speaks to UCL's ability to not just attract, but also nurture remarkable people.
Yeah.
These aren't just folks who attended the men. That's when they went on to make real change in their fields.
Yeah.
Everything from politics to science and the arts, it shows how UCL's well-rounded approach to education has this lasting influence on the world.
Okay, so we've talked about the big names and global impact, but let's get down to brass tacks.
Okay.
What's it actually like to work at UCL?
Yeah.
The sources you shared paint a pretty compelling picture.
Well, UCL fosters a culture of research across a wide range of disciplines, meaning whether your passion lies in science, humanities, engineering, or even the arts.
Wow.
There's likely a place for you. The key is exploring what speaks to your interests and then delving deeper into those possibilities.
One thing that jumped out at me
Okay.
is UCL's Institute of Neurology.
Right.
They're doing some truly groundbreaking work in Alzheimer's treatments.
Yeah,
I know that's an area you're passionate about.
I am.
So that could be something to explore further, right?
Absolutely. It highlights how UCL is at the forefront of research in so many areas. But beyond the research itself, your sources also emphasize the benefits of the work environment.
Okay.
Academic excellence, state-of-the-art facilities, and a truly diverse and inclusive atmosphere.
Which is so important.
It is.
A diverse workplace makes for a much more dynamic and vibrant environment. Plus, it just makes sense to bring together the best minds from all walks of life. That's how you get true innovation.
Absolutely.
And then there's the perk of the location.
Oh.
Being in the heart of London puts you right in the middle of history, culture, and endless opportunity.
Imagine grabbing lunch near the British Museum.
I know.
Or catching a show in the West End after work.
Right.
It's a pretty unique perk, though it is worth considering that living in central London comes with a higher cost of living.
Oh, for sure.
Something to factor in when thinking about working at UCL.
That's a great point. It's not all sunshine and roses.
Right.
The sources did also mention that research funding at UCL can be quite competitive, something for any aspiring researcher to keep in mind.
Right. There's always a balance. But even with those considerations, UCL offers something truly unique. It's not just about a job. It's about joining a community that values innovation, global impact, and personal growth.
I'm curious, what's resonating with you the most so far?
What's resonating?
What's really piqued your interest?
What's fascinating to me is how UCL seems to encourage this idea of lifelong learning.
Oh, interesting.
It's not just confined to classrooms and labs. There's a buzz of intellectual curiosity in everything they do.
Research projects, collaborations, this feeling that everyone's pushing boundaries and challenging the status quo.
I like that.
Yeah. That kind of atmosphere can be contagious, pushing you to grow both professionally and personally. It's like UCL is less about fitting into a mold and more about forging your own path within a supportive and intellectually stimulating community.
Exactly. And it ties back to what we were saying about the wide range of opportunities at UCL.
Right.
It's not just about finding any job. It's about finding the right fit for your unique skills and aspirations.
And it's worth noting that UCL's commitment to diversity and inclusion isn't just lip service.
Right.
They have a solid framework in place to ensure everyone has equal opportunities, no matter their background, beliefs, or anything else.
That's so important. It creates a much more vibrant and dynamic environment where everyone feels valued and respected. Plus, it just makes good business sense to tap into the widest possible pool of talent, right?
Absolutely. When you have a diverse range of perspectives and experiences coming together, that's when true innovation happens.
Yeah. It's like a melting pot of ideas, each one adding its own unique flavor to the mix.
We've been talking a lot about the serious stuff, academic excellence, global impact, and all that.
Right.
But I have to ask, there's a fun side to UCL too, right?
Yeah.
I mean, it's in the heart of London, one of the most exciting cities in the world.
Oh, definitely. The location is a huge bonus. You're steps away from world-class museums, theaters, amazing restaurants, and all the cultural gems London has to offer. It's like having a giant playground right outside your office door.
Can you imagine finishing up a day of work and then strolling over to the British Museum to check out ancient artifacts or catching a cutting-edge play in the West End?
Yeah.
It sounds like something out of a movie.
And there's also the social aspect. Being part of the UCL community means you're surrounded by people from all walks of life, each with their own interests and passions. There's always something going on, whether it's a lecture series, a film screening, or just a casual get-together at the pub.
It really sounds like the perfect blend of work and play, intellectual stimulation, and social connection. And let's be honest, who wouldn't want to add working at a world-renowned university in London to their resume?
It definitely has a nice ring to it.
Yeah.
But beyond the prestige, I think what really sets UCL apart is their genuine commitment to creating a positive and supportive work environment where people can thrive.
And that's something you can't put a price tag on, knowing you're part of a community that values your contributions, supports your growth, and encourages you to be your best self. That's pretty special.
It really is. And it says a lot about UCL's approach to not just attracting top talent, but keeping it. They understand that happy and fulfilled employees are the key to long-term success.
It sounds like working at UCL is more than just a job. It's an experience, a journey of personal and professional growth, all set against the backdrop of one of the most vibrant cities in the world.
Precisely. And that's something worth considering whether you're actively looking for a career change or simply exploring what's out there.
Of course, if UCL isn't the perfect fit, there are other amazing institutions out there.
Absolutely. The key is finding an environment that aligns with your values, interests, and what you want to achieve.
And remember, academicjobs.com is a fantastic resource for checking out a wide range of academic opportunities. It's not just limited to teaching and research positions. They have administrative and support roles, too.
Right. They have a huge database of listings from universities and research institutions all over the world. It's a great place to start for anyone looking to make a move within academia.
Thinking back to your own career journey, how do you feel about all this talk about UCL and its unique offerings?
Well, I have to say I'm feeling pretty inspired after diving into the world of UCL. It's definitely given me a lot to think about.
Me too. It's always fascinating to learn about institutions that are pushing boundaries and making a real difference in the world.
It really is. And who knows, maybe one day we'll both be adding UCL alumni to our bios. Stranger things have happened.
No, that would be some.
Wouldn't it just... Okay, so we've covered a lot of ground here, from UCL's impressive history and global reach to the diverse opportunities they offer and the exciting London lifestyle that comes with it.
We've also touched on the importance of finding a work environment that fosters personal and professional growth, a place where you feel valued and supported to reach your full potential. And it seems like UCL ticks a lot of those boxes.
It does, but what I find particularly interesting is how UCL manages to balance this legacy of academic excellence with a real commitment to pushing boundaries and embracing new ideas. It's not just about preserving the past.
Right.
It's about shaping the future.
You're right. It's not a museum. And one thing that really drives that point home
Yeah.
is UCL's emphasis on cross-disciplinary collaboration.
Right.
I was reading about a project where historians specializing in medical ethics were working directly with bioethics researchers.
Interesting.
That kind of collaboration across different fields is pretty unique, right?
It is, and it creates such fertile ground for innovation. Think about it as someone interested in history. You might not typically have the opportunity to work alongside scientists on cutting-edge research, but at UCL,
Right.
those barriers seem to break down, allowing for new perspectives and fresh approaches.
That's a great example of how UCL walks the walk.
Yeah.
When it comes to interdisciplinary learning and research, it's one thing to say it, but it's another to actually create the structures and environment to support it.
Exactly. And it makes you wonder what kind of groundbreaking discoveries are happening right now because of those connections. What problems are being solved that wouldn't have been possible without that cross-pollination of ideas?
It's pretty exciting to think about. So as we wrap up our deep dive into UCL, I'm curious, what's your biggest takeaway?
Biggest takeaway.
What are you going to walk away from this conversation thinking about?
Honestly, it's the sheer breadth of UCL's impact. From Mahatma Gandhi's fight for Indian independence to Alexander Graham Bell's revolution in communication, UCL alumni have shaped history in extraordinary ways. And it's not just about the big names, it's about the countless individuals who are out there making a difference in their own communities and fields. It's a real testament to UCL's ability to nurture talent and instill this desire to make a positive impact on the world.
I agree, and it highlights something really important.
Okay.
For anyone considering a career at UCL, it's not just about what UCL can do for you, but what you can contribute to the UCL legacy. It's about becoming part of something bigger than yourself and using your talents to make a real difference.
Exactly. It's about finding that sweet spot where your passions, skills, and the opportunities at UCL all intersect.
Right.
And who knows, maybe one day we'll be talking about your contributions to the world as a UCL alum.
Yeah, that's a thought. And if you're feeling inspired to explore those opportunities, don't forget about academicjobs.com.
Right.
They have listings from top universities all over the world, including UCL.
Yeah.
So whether you're interested in research teaching or even the behind-the-scenes work that keeps a university running smoothly, you're sure to find something that sparks your interest.
That's right. It's the perfect place to start your search for a fulfilling and impactful career in academia. Just remember, the journey starts with a single step: browsing those listings, researching different roles, and imagining yourself as part of the UCL community.
Well, there you have it, our deep dive into UCL.
UCL.
It's more than just a university. It's a global force for knowledge innovation and positive impact. And who knows, maybe it's the next chapter in your own career story.
And if you're looking for University College London UCL jobs or jobs from top-ranked universities globally, you can find them all at academicjobs.com.
Until next time, keep exploring, keep learning, and keep reaching for your goals.